Hey, I'm Ron Drotos from keyboardimprov.com, and welcome to our Complete Beatles piano number 22, which is their great early song, All My Loving. And All My Loving really shows the influence of American rock and roll, early rock, and R&B on the Beatles, which they really embraced. They really loved it. They got this energy from this new music. They also loved the old stuff like Cole Porter and jazz and traditional British music like sea shanties and dances, and all that came through in their music, waltzes, bossa novas. But the real spark, I think, for the group came from the early rock and roll. And listen to those early recordings from Hamburg, you know, the Star Club. You can find them. Just really sort of down and dirty rock and roll with a little bit of ballady kind of stuff here and there for contrast. And you know, they sort of refined it a little by the time they started recording. And it turned into the magic that is the Beatles. Basically, this song, All My Loving, is kind of an R&B shuffle, which is basically has a swing beat, 1 and 2 and 3, and swing eighth notes. But it's not necessarily a jazzy swing like 1, 2. It's more like a bum, 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 where they emphasize the, whether implied or stated. It's a walking bass line, and then in the right hand or on the guitar, it would be like on the off beat. It's like a 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. You know, that's kind of the thing. It's not always stated so much. This song's actually kind of in between that and a swing feel, but definitely in the rock vein. It's not a jazz song, but it does have elements of it. It has the walking bass. That's one reason I like looking at the sheet music as opposed to a lead sheet, and of course listening to the record a lot. This is the Beatles' best, just so you get a sense of the bass line. You don't have to play it exactly as written, but you get a little sense of what it is, and I can do something similar on the piano or not. I can imply it at different times. So the last video, number 21, was Yellow Submarine, where we did it a totally different way. If you watch that video, we did it the original way, and then we kind of did it like a light, jazzy, kind of funky groove. This one, we're not being, quote, creative at all. We're just having fun, playing within the Beatles, and yes, we can be creative within their version. But I'm just going to listen to their recording in my mind and play, starting right away. And they did some innovations, like things that we would take for granted now. Like it just starts with the lyric, the melody. Close your eyes. There's no introduction. That was very unique at the time. Starting with just boom. We're just starting right away. No introduction. They did that on several pieces. Sometimes they would start with the chorus of a tune instead of the verse, which was very unusual as well. So I'm just picturing or hearing the Beatles in my head, and it's in the key of E, which is a real rock and roll key. Not always the keys we play on piano and rock, but just going to go right for it, starting with the melody. I kind of like harmonizing it in sixths at the beginning. See where we go. Here we go. Yeah, I like doing that glissando down at the end, just with the back of your thumb, you know. It's kind of a little fun little thing. It's an applause getter. Just glissandi are kind of one of the easiest ways to get applause, you know. They're just fun and exciting. And hey, to get a little bit of cheap applause is not a bad thing, right? We work so hard at piano sometimes to do something that's really easy and just get a little applause or pump up the ending a little, make it a little more exciting. Hey, let's go for it. So thanks for joining me here. I hope that gives you some ideas on just improvising in this style, playing around with the melody, playing different textures on the piano, walking bass lines. You can watch that performance section a few times, see what you can pick up. Thanks for joining me here. I'm having a great time going through these Beatles songs. We have a lot more to go, and it's a huge, wonderful catalog to explore and to see how we can play it on piano. As always, enjoy the journey and let the music flow.